It's just that when I see their little hands, it gives me flashbacks of when I was foaming at the mouth.
I'm sorry I'm late. No, please, we just started. Take a seat. Terry, you were saying.
Yes, I was I was in the park today, and I saw one under the big walnut tree. I couldn't help but walk up to take a closer look at him. I mean, his cheeks were full of little walnut pieces.
You know you're not supposed to be approaching any of them anymore. What did you do after you got close?
I thought about squeezing his little cheeks and scooping him up and putting him in my backpack.
Did you act upon these urges?
No, no, his mother got all pissy at me for getting too close to her baby, and she called the police on me.
Excuse me, the mother squirrel called the police?
What? No! The baby's mother! It was an actual baby, not a squirrel!
Oh, I'm I'm sorry. I think I'm in the wrong room. I thought this was Rabies Anonymous. You're abducting baby squirrels? You sicko. This is a group for babies. You get out. Get out of here.
Oh my god. There are some sick people in this world. Yeah.
What's going on, Empire? This is Stupid Talking Stupid on the DVM Production Empire. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear, and we read the stupid, so you don't have to. Like that stupid intro.
Stupid.
You know, because rabies.
Oh, I get it, because it sounds like babies.
We just have so many animal stories today. We had to make it animal focused. Oh man. So we missed a week. We finally had a hot streak going and we missed a week.
Yeah, I know.
Selfishly for my birthday. It was great. Thanks for asking. I know that was going to be the next word out of your mouth.
Oh, did you have fun?
Oh my god, I had so much fun. Thanks for asking.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we went to visit the motherland of Minnesota.
The motherland.
Yes, the land of Vikings and the Minnesota Vikings.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
You guys went to the Mall of America?
Yeah, we got our mall on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but that place is a little big.
Yeah, it's a. At one point in time, I think it was smaller than Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg, and then they built because they no longer had the biggest mall.
Well, I mean, when we were staying at the mall at the Radisson that's attached to the mall, and we were on the 9th floor, and we're looking out the window, and my girlfriend's looking across and going, "You know, it doesn't look that big."
Right.
And I said, "You know, we're on the 9th floor, and we're even with the top of it. Like it may be 4 stories, but it's 9 stories tall. And then there's the massive middle section, and there's giant wings on all 4 corners of it. The thing is massive. We went through the mall a couple times.
Roller coaster.
The Nickelodeon zone now. It's still closed. You know, for the COVID coasters.
Well, they want you to scream from your heart.
Yeah, well, I'm
surprised we didn't do that story. Do you know what that is?
Like the Japanese.
Yeah.
How about you shut up?
Like.
how about you shut up? How about you shut the fuck up?
Oh, is that a segue?
It's not a segue, but you could shut up and see if it comes up.
Oh no.
Look, I mean, I'm not saying it is one, but it's definitely referenced at least.
Okay.
Because the story I found was better. I'm not to brag, but you know.
No, that's fine.
But you know, how about we just go straight into it? Because
let's go straight into it.
This first story is a doozy. I don't know if you've ever been to like a safari or anything.
Oh yeah, I go to constant safaris.
Yeah, you seem like the kind of person that go to safari parks.
Yeah.
There's a safari park in the UK that well, they're having a little bit of an issue with the baboons in there. The Merseyside's Merseyside's Knowsley Safari Park apparently has some of the workers walking around in it, noticing that the monkeys started having weapons.
Oh,
They're walking around with knives, screwdrivers. There was one that was even spotted with a chainsaw.
he doesn't have the arm strength to, like, was it a gorilla?
You know what? I'm just they're called the baboons in here, and then they're referred to as monkeys. They're not really specifying, but you know what? Monkeys are they're pretty strong.
No, I know they could swing and everything like that, but I'm just talking about like the length of the.
Well, I mean, he's not. They
use their tail. Like, that'd be fun.
You son of a bitch! No, he was just carrying it around.
It's just like, if I only had some gas, you guys would be fucked.
Oh man, if I knew how to start this thing, you guys would be so fucked.
Translated to monkey, that's ooh ooh ah ah.
Wow, that's some hate speech now. One worker at the park said that we're not sure if they're being given weapons by some of the guests who just want to see them attack cars for a laugh, or if they're fishing them out of trucks and vans.
It's the weirdest petting zoo.
Yeah, it's like you could drive through. The safari park reopened its doors in the middle of June after the government gave the green light for attractions such as zoos and aquariums to begin opening again. And it's a 550-acre park. They like to claim that that because guests do not leave their cars while on the safari, the park was just as safe as a McDonald's drive-through.
Well, no, now that they got a freaking monkeys with knives.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd like give me a double cheeseburger, 10-piece chicken McNugget with barbecue sauce.
Okay, sir, would you like a monkey attack with that?
I'm sorry, would I like what?
With the nuggets.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, the monkey attack?
No, barbecue sauce.
Yeah, 2-piece monkey attack. On the side.
What's a 2-piece monkey attack?
It goes with the nuggets. What else would you like, sir? You're holding up the line.
I think I just keep coming back to this monkey attack, but I really want. Is the ice cream machine working?
The orphan's gonna steal your wallet?
Wait, no, what?
Yeah, the ice cream machine's broken.
Listen, I just want a double cheeseburger. I want a 10-piece chicken McNugget
with a 2-piece monkey attack.
No. Yeah. I don't think we're saying this at the same. Like, we're saying the same thing
with the nuggets.
We're saying it at the same time.
Okay.
It better come out as barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
1, 2, 3. Barbecue
monkey
sauce.
Attack.
Damn it.
I think it's the same syllables.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, it's just phonetically.
The wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, but there's people that own garages around the place, and they're saying, it's great. I can just. People like to arm the monkeys, and then they get the car damage, and they show up to my shop, and I got to fix it. I'm like, I'm gonna make some money off of these monkeys.
Maybe he's doing it. Maybe he's like,
right. Hey, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, is he just like
cargo? Want to make some quick money?
Ooh.
I'm trying to give you this. I'm gonna give you this crowbar. What do you say to that? We got a deal. 20. I can't do 20
in this economy. I better see some broken windows for a 20. Oh man! Speaking of crazy animal stuff, you heard about this pigeon racing fiasco we got going on over in France?
Pigeon Gate.
Pigeon Gate.
Sorry, it's in French. Pigeon Gate.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually in Barcelona.
No, it's pronounced Barcelona. If you're
Barcelona. Barcelona.
There it is.
I prefer Oscar Mayer Barcelona.
Right.
But there was 11 French birds were found dead on the eve of a major competition, the Barcelona 2020 endurance race. They had a basket, aka bench, 15,000 birds because of suspected poisoning.
Somebody has poisoned the feed.
Somebody poisoned the water hole.
No.
But that's what they actually think, is that the watering hole, right? The area, there's drinkable water that they thought the birds have been drinking. It was gathered from an area that they think is well, that's what how they got poisoned. They thought it's COVID-19 related for sure, but like no, it's just poisoning because there's a contaminated watering can. The Club de International Français withdrew 2,000 birds of its own, saying, "You killed 11 of our birds. We're taking over 2,000 out. Fuck y'all. Bye bye birdie." That's what that's about, right? It's about pigeon racing.
Exactly what that's about.
I knew it. I've never seen it, but I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah, it's Bye Bye Birdie is about some guy taking his pigeons and going home.
I feel like that's an allegory for something.
I knew a guy who was a magician, and he worked with like pigeons and doves.
Okay.
And we did a murder mystery at the Arcada Theater in St. Charles, and he came and it was like magic themed, so we had him come and he could like do some like cool magic stuff too, because he's an honest to God magician, not just like my bullshit that I had learned because of like YouTube. But it just occurred to me, like at one point in time, he like literally he makes like a pigeon like appear out of nowhere. And I'm just sitting there, and it never occurred to me, like it's always occurred to me that it had to be there, but I'm like, he sat there through dinner with a pigeon in his coat pocket.
You don't think maybe he excused himself to the bathroom at some point?
I don't know. No, I asked him, and he goes, "Yeah, they go to sleep."
You just,
I'm like, just like he gets in there. Time to perform. Quit.
Is that a pigeon in your pocket? Are you happy to see me?
I mean, I asked him. I said, do you guys, you feed the pigeons? And he's like, yeah. I go, do they ask for any extra special like payment or anything like that? He says, no, it's cool.
You're gonna go in timeout again.
No,
we can't have you spewing that kind of bullshit on screen.
But it's like the pigeon noise.
Pigeon racing competitions can be lucrative for bird owners.
How do you know which one's which?
I feel like that's a little racist that you say that all pigeons look alike.
If anything, I said it would be specious, but like at the very rate,
they're racing birds.
Pigeon, you'd be like, no, that's Fred. No, it's not. The one that won. No, it's not. It's not Fred.
I don't know.
Fred's got feathers. Yeah, they all got feathers.
But in March 2019, a gentleman from China bid more than $1.4 million for a prized Belgian racing pigeon. So,
like, are they tagged? Do they have the little things?
I don't know. It's like I'm going to give you $1.4 million for this bird, and you're like, okay, here's totally that bird.
And because I've heard of flipping pigeons, like you clap and then they do the little like aerodynamic stunts, but I don't even know what a pigeon race would look like. We have video of pigeon race?
It's an endurance race. Well, no, there's no video because it was canceled this year.
I mean, there's previous ones.
I don't think anyone's ever interested enough to actually film it. I didn't want to look it up. I didn't want to waste my time looking at videos of pigeon racing.
What kind of podcast is this? Why does this thing keep falling over on me?
I think it's because you keep hitting it with your dumb ass.
Trying to do something nice. Trying to make it look good for the show.
Speaking of doing something nice, you hear what Iceland is doing?
No.
Iceland is here for you in this time of stress.
Oh, that's nice.
If you're just sitting at home, stuck in there, and just like losing your mind, you want to get some screams out.
Oh, sure.
You can go to lookslikeyouneediceland.com because there's a web app that lets you get your frustration out.
It's like I need ice for my scotch. I don't know about Iceland.
Well, here's the thing. It's an ad campaign from a company called Promote Iceland, which encourages tourism to the country.
Okay.
So this website, it in multiple different places in 7 locations in Iceland. You can go there and you can actually, there's a live stream of the area with a giant speaker on it, and you can broadcast a scream into this beautiful scenic area of Iceland.
Oh,
It said you can also get a video of your scream being broadcast, but of the 12 screams that I broadcast, I didn't get a single video yet.
oh.
I even found a feed where people were standing by the speaker and I started screaming some borderline inappropriate things and they
Right.
didn't even react. So I don't know if they just couldn't understand me or if this thing is just a fucking lie.
Could just be a lie.
But while I was on the site,
But
like
we're talking about it.
people were able to send the screams and like I'm hearing other people's screams broadcast. Like I don't know if it's coming through the speaker or if it's just being played over the website itself.
Could be.
But I'm hearing people from other parts of the country, other parts of the world doing their screams. So there's only a couple of them happening at a time. I like to think that it got a little uptick in traffic because I shared it on our Stupid Stock and Stupid Facebook page to let people get in on the screaming action.
Right.
So if anyone has done, okay, well, that's nice.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Thanks, Elaine. You're the
Thanks.
best.
You could, I mean, I don't know if you want to scream in your house alone, but you can. So yeah, the speakers are located at several locations across Iceland, including Vietnamese, Fyrstfjord and Grytfjord, Skorgefars, close to Drugavak, at the foot of Snargelfjord,
Yeah.
by Karls von Narkuzavik, and by Rausterdersundashur in the West Jordan.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a pirate on accident.
How dare you? This is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
They say that prolonged indoor living, loneliness, endless teleconferencing, and disruption of daily life, as well as restrictions on travel between countries, have increased people's stress. The campaign is intended to highlight the advantages of Iceland as a destination. But yeah, if you ever felt like screaming at a different country without the hassle of like going there, it's like,
Well, first of all, who's going there just to be like, when I get to Iceland, I'm going to give them what for? Let me tell you right now, I'm not even going to, like, the minute the guy asks me if I'm there for business or pleasure, I'm just going to let loose.
you know
what, Jurgen? Is there a difference anymore?
Ja?
Is there?
There's, it's like, business for pleasure. I need to tell some rocks what's wrong with its face.
Geologists, you're stupid.
You go on there, you're like, I don't like the new Snapchat filters. Take that, small body of water. If there was a country that you could scream at over the internet, not the people, just the physical country itself, what country do you want to scream at?
New Zealand.
Yeah? What's wrong with New Zealand? What
are you Australian or aren't you? You kinda.
Quit playing just a tip.
What you're saying.
Oh, you're Kiwis? You're a small furry fruit? No, you're not. You're
Why
Australian.
are there more videos of Tasmanian devils?
One of the most beloved Looney Tunes characters, and you're bogarting him.
Right? Yahoo, serious? Are you serious? Was he Australian or was he New Zealand?
I don't know. Matthew, where are you?
He's sleeping. It's 5 there.
Well, 5. Whatever. He can wake up at 5 a.m. to listen to us talk shit because we're going to be talking shit about us.
Never again. I think it was because of your Australian accent.
Well, he's going to get one in a little bit. It's like, I would like to yell out Canada, you know, just, it's up there, just like a broom on the roof, like, hey, keep it down up there.
It's 7:20 in Australia. 7:20. Matthew.
Well, there's someone that's not.
Quinn Bayola, ladies and gentlemen. Yahoo Serious, Australian.
Thank you, Quinn.
Thank you, Quinn.
Now,
Quinn on the show.
Well, hold on a second. No, Quinn's on the show.
There you go.
Look at him with his cute little face.
Look at that. Look at that mustache.
Look at that guy. With it. Ooh, did a bald head.
Filipino Mario. Look at him. but he's probably wrong. You just blew your shot, Quinn.
Yeah. Okay. This is the first and last time on the show.
We needed a fact checker. It was going to be you.
Thanks for visiting. From now on, we're gonna ask you to fact check things, and we'll take your best guess, but we're gonna hold you accountable.
Or it's just going to be the thing now. Like, I'm going to go change that guy's Wikipedia page right now, and it's going to say because Quinn said.
Yeah, Quinn said so. You see that mustache?
He's like.
So if you can't, Iceland's helping out. If you can't travel, you could scream at it. But if you're a resident in Taiwan, you could just get a flight to
Taiwan.
Nowhere.
Oh.
They have special flight that went on August 8th, which is Father's Day there. I'm going to go ahead and blow up the picture of the airplane that they used.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. They went on the Hello Kitty airline from EVA Airlines.
Yeah.
You could book a flight, a 3-hour experience with delicious Michelin-starred in-flight meals.
Okay.
They have all the kind of all the amenities you'd have from an international flight.
Mm-hmm.
Just to go up in the air, fly around in circles, and come back down 3 hours later. You got free Wi-Fi for texting, in-flight entertainment, main courses.
But it's only like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty is a conspiracy theory attached to it.
Well, now I need to know about this.
Okay, Hello Kitty.
I'm gonna write this down.
Right. Hello Kitty is a beloved character for little girls all throughout China and Japan and all this thing. What does Hello Kitty not have? This was in a conspiracy theory book I read once.
What doesn't it have? A mother?
Go back to the photo. There's a picture of Hello Kitty right there. You can see
a mouth.
Right.
Okay.
Meaning it's basically the conspiracy theory is that it's basically for the little girls just to like not to talk, like don't talk, like be like Hello Kitty and don't talk, because Hello Kitty doesn't talk.
That's great.
But I mean, if you look at it's terrible though. That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like here like this, put it on your backpack, but just don't talk. Like even in like the movies like The Grudge or The Ring, like those are remakes of of
Hello Kitty.
What?
Of Hello Kitty? The Ring
no,
is a remake?
no, but if you look at like those things, like what terrifies the crap out of that culture? A very independent and determined young woman.
Oh my god!
Like she's in a well, she's not happy. Like she comes out of the well because she's pissed.
But her own well.
Her own well, but that's the problem.
She's a strong, independent woman who don't need no one else's well
anymore. Okay, Asia. There, I said it.
So you could say that they don't like it when women are doing well.
I said, don't play too much of that. It may get dinged by YouTube.
Well,
and if you're going to do that next time, I want aviators. I want glasses.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. This was an addition. I
want glasses, and you're just so pleased with yourself. You're so freaking pleased with yourself.
I added that to the soundboard a half an hour ago. I was like, oh, I got to do it to him.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. At some point, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. So there's a main course meals that you get assorted sashimi over rice, created by 3 Michelin star chef Motokazu Nakamura, or a classic braised beef noodle dish. The flight departed at 10:30 a.m. on a Saturday under the flight number BR5288. Do you know why they chose 5288?
No.
Well, apparently when spoken, it sounds like I love dad in Chinese.
Cool.
So you're an idiot for not knowing that. How about that? How much would you pay for an economy class ticket on this flight with this a magnificent meal, all the amenities, 3 hours up in the air traveling to the only place you can, which is nowhere.
Right.
How much would you pay for this experience on the Hello Kitty airplane?
American money.
American money.
Well, let's just go straight out the fact that I would not. But no,
You would pay for this. You would totally pay for this.
I want to go on a Disney cruise. You want to go on a Disney cruise?
Nope.
Sure, do. I want to go on a Disney cruise.
I can't hear you.
The equivalent of like what? $1,000.
Oh wow, you are way off. $180.
Oh,
Yeah. What's up? Very affordable. Now we're talking business class. You're going to upgrade it for how much more is the upgrade? The upgrade to business class on Hello Kitty.
$500.
An extra $34.
What?
Yeah, for $214, you can experience business class on the Hello Kitty airplane for 3 hours. That's worth it for the story alone. Like, what'd you guys do during?
Does it stop at business class? Is there a first class?
No, it's just business class. So it's unfortunate that you can only. But like they're doing great things like that in Taiwan. But do you know what we're doing in America?
It's the international segue.
We're in a segment called Smart It or Dummy. Because we have a couple stories here that involve people being smart or people being dumb. Wow. A total of 15 people, 13 men and 2 women, were admitted to hospitals after ingesting sanitizer in southern states of Arizona and New Mexico in May and June, according to reports from the CDC. All of them aged 21 to 65 had drunk hand sanitizer containing methanol, which is the new kind of...
I'm not going to lie. This is all Germex and Purell. It's a mixture with a little bit of lime for taste.
Well, is there any methanol in that? Because that's where they get you. You're like, oh, I don't have the bottle for this. I just go spray everywhere. 4 people out of the 15 died. 3 left the hospital with new visual impairments, and 6 had seizures as they were admitted, including 3 of them that had died. One of the patients was a 44-year-old man who had gone to a doctor because he was experiencing sudden vision loss. He's like, I don't know what happened. I was sitting at home watching TV, drank some sanitizer, had my dinner. I'm sorry, what was that? Yeah, these people, there were 62 calls to poison centers in the 2 states from May 1st to June 30th regarding methanol poisoning associated with hand sanitizer. So 62 people drank hand sanitizer. I don't understand. How do you get...
I can understand how it might accidentally happen.
How could it accidentally happen?
Because it's happened to me. I did not drink it.
My God.
I know. So I'm in the dummy category.
Oh my God.
I have in one pocket, I have a small thing of Germex.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
In the other hand pocket, I have a small thing of lemonade Mio.
What's Mio for people that don't know?
What?
What's the Mio for people that don't understand what that is?
Mio is the little, it's like a flavor thing that you would add to water. They have some that have like the energy, and there's like no sugar, although who knows what the chemicals are. There's probably something that fell out of a comet that, crashed Earth, and you shouldn't taunt on hot days or something like that. But
that's
it's delicious.
That's where blue raspberry comes from, is stuff falling from outer space.
Yeah, it's delicious though. And because lemonade sucks at bars. It just sucks. It comes out of that box. It's just not good. So I did put a little of that. So I'm talking to somebody and having a conversation. And then I'm like going back and forth, and I put it in and I go, and I was like, and that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So stupid. I just put hand sanitizer in my vodka soda.
Jesus Christ.
And the person tried to convince me, they go, well, it'll be fine. I'm like, no, it will not be fine.
If anything, it's just a stronger drink now, Patrick.
Right? I got lit. No. And I'll never have COVID. No. But yeah, I just was like, yeah, I'm tossing this.
So would you say you have a PSA regarding carrying?
I do.
Go ahead.
Is the music on?
No,
Oh, there should be music.
I know,
Oh,
but it's not working.
okay.
It's not.
Hey guys, you're out and about, having a good night, having a vodka soda. Everybody likes that. But what happens when you accidentally put your hand sanitizer in your vodka soda? Things can go bad. Now it's working. It's important that you don't drink that. It won't cure anything, but it'll probably make you blind. No one wants to go blind. There it
It is hard to run this on 2 monitors.
is.
I tried hooking up a TV for a third monitor,
Mhm.
and it was just like, oh no, you can't do that until you have additional hardware in the computer. I was like,
You need like a graphics card.
I need a second graphics card.
Yeah, my dad. Well, apparently, yeah, because my dad is doing that for his work upstairs. Because they're just like, yeah, you're probably not coming back to the building until January, so we're gonna go ahead and let you like work in your office, which is great for him. But so he needed an excuse to go get like he has 2 curved monitors now, which is just awesome. But he realized that his graphics card doesn't support it, and he's like, because I even looked up the specifications on mine, and he goes, apparently you have like one of the best graphics cards you can get. He's like, your graphics card could beat the shit out of my graphics card, and so now he's just getting a whole new PC. So this has been an excuse for him to get 2 curved monitors and a brand new PC.
If he wanted to get like an additional graphics card, just for safety, and like he wanted me to hold on to it.
Hold on to it.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it like in my computer just to make sure it's not lonely.
Right.
Because I mean, someone's got to help out. All right.
Well, you're just gonna have to practice because we can't have technical difficulties like that. We just can't. The 4 people watching are appalled right now.
How dare you? I'm doing my best.
You let your mom down.
Well, that's like I mean,
it happens.
I'm doing this instead of being at a job right now. So
Truth. Already there.
Speaking of more, the other half of Smarted versus Demney.
Demney.
Have you heard of the Satanic Temple?
I mean, in passing.
You don't like have the secret handshake down by now?
No, I shouldn't I? They got really mad at Sabrina the Teenage Witch, right?
I don't know. I don't care that much. Anyway.
Well, they did. They got mad at her.
Well, they are offering a scholarship program to high school graduates called the Devil's Advocate Scholarship. I mean, everyone's got that friend that's like, well, I'm just playing devil's advocate, but, and then they say the exact opposite.
For fans of the film with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves.
Is that the one where he goes a great ass?
It's a great ass. Yeah.
It's just a scholarship.
He's an absentee landlord. Hoo-ah.
Just the quietest hoo-ah.
Hoo-ah.
So the organization, they're doing 2 winners of $500 scholarships. They asked applicant, hey, it's something.
Come on, that doesn't even like.
They can cover a couple of books.
What, like $2?
Yeah, that's a lot of money though. That's 2 books. I mean, textbooks are a fucking scam because they just update it every year. So now there's like a CD you have to get with them, or you have to get like the download code so you can look at it online. So you don't even get the actual book anymore. It's just like you buy a piece of paper with a code on it, and they're saying that's your book. Good luck, fuckers.
Right.
It's a scam. Everyone go to like community college. It's way cheaper. You're like, but I want to go to the fun school. Don't do that. Go to community.
Oh, they wouldn't cut. So I was looking while you're talking. I looked up in the New York Times back in 2018. The Satanic Temple settled with Netflix and Warner Brothers because the use of copying the temple's goat-headed statue in the Sabrina series.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like ideological; it was copyright.
Yeah, they originally wanted $50 million, and I do not think they got it. There was some settlement, but they did not. They didn't say like what they ended up getting. They probably, signed an NDA saying they wouldn't say how much they got.
Yeah,
but
it's like we'll give you $25 and this.
Like, we should really give back to the community now. I was like $500 scholarship. Who's got $1,000 laying around for college? So dumb.
Applicants were asked to submit a creative response in the form of essay, poem, a work of art, or film answering one of two questions. One asks what applicants have done to promote the temple's tenets and mission. The other asks for a description of a teacher who, quote, crushed your spirit, undermined your self-confidence, and made you hate every minute you were forced to be in school.
I had one.
Oh, one? Yeah? Okay, well, this is your application for a $500 scholarship. If you just tell us about that teacher of yours.
Mrs. Meganberg.
Wow. Okay, we're going with names.
I had some crazy teachers' names, and the ones that sucked normally. Mrs. Meganberg, Mrs. Kerpiowski. Literally, I think my 5th grade teacher's name was Mrs. Hagedorn.
I had a Mrs. Topacevich.
Mrs. Topacevich.
Yeah, but she's like, you have to call me Topacevich for the first week. After that, you can call me Mrs. T.
Mrs. Kerpiowski. I'm going to change this. Mrs. Kerpiowski, she sucked. She was a math teacher in junior high school, and she totally had it out for me. I do not know what her problem was with me. I was
probably your face.
Well, it's probably my face, but I was not a jerk. I did whatever. I wasn't. I wasn't. I learned how to be a jerk later in life. But
like a day later?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was, but my dad had said something like, my dad just got so pissed off. He wrote her a letter saying, because this was like when they were going to be like changing me out of that math class to another, because she was just, it was bad. I can't remember everything. It was like 8th grade. But the one thing I do remember was my dad wrote a note saying, like, he goes, on your last day of class, go hand her this note. And basically that note was saying, we're removing our son because of the way that you were treating him. He will never be taught by you ever again, and blah, blah, blah. But then I went, because he was just so pissed off about it. I'll never forget. And it's like one of those things that like etches in your head. Yeah. I went to hand her the note, and she looked like she was getting something. And then she...
For me?
For me? Yeah, for you, bitch. Like, she read it, and then I could only admit, I left the room. I still don't know, because I never saw her ever again. But she was horrible. She was a horrible, horrible teacher. And the one thing I do remember is that she was like highly allergic to like perfumes.
Okay.
And I can't remember who it was, because she was terrible to that person too. That person got like retribution by like, she like sprayed some perfume around the desk. And she went into like a heavy sneezing fit.
I think that's considered like assault nowadays.
I think it is too, but if anything, she deserved it because she sucked.
To be fair, she was a real bitch, so I tried to kill her.
Well, it wasn't me. Oh, no, it wasn't me. I can't remember who did it, but I remember because she would move people, like if they were wearing perfume, she would move girls to the back of the room.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't have it anywhere near her.
I'm surprised she didn't like kick people out that would wear it to school. Like, you can't wear it in my class.
Right. I don't know. She was terrible, terrible. So I would like my $500 now. Okay,
well, we'll let the listeners and viewers vote on whether or not you deserve a scholarship. We'll see at the end of the show if there's any votes. It's going to be heavily weighted against you, so you have to get at least 5 yeses. Because we're
like 4 people watching.
What?
Is there like 4 people watching?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that how that works? Speaking of school sucking, did you hear about this e-learning with all these bans on what you can and can't wear while you're doing your e-learning from home?
No.
There is a Springfield school district in Illinois, so this is close to our hearts.
Close to home.
They have a dress code for kids taking classes online where they cannot wear pajamas. One of the mothers, obviously one of the mothers complained. saying that I made a decision for my kids to be at home, and I don't really see how any district can come in and say what my kid can't wear in my house. I don't think they have any right to say what happens in my house. I think they have enough to worry about as opposed to what the kids are wearing. They need to make sure the kids are getting educated.
True.
But then there's other parents saying, they make the argument that it makes sense for students to demonstrate respect by showing up looking ready for class.
I don't know. I think it's just something to complain about. Like this is the same. By that note, like one of the biggest arguments right now about the e-learning and about why they can't have school is because they don't think that they can regulate these kids wearing masks. They're like, oh, these kids aren't going to do it, blah, 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 blah. But a girl with, again, spaghetti straps on her shirt, she gets sent home. So it's like they're picking and choosing, and now they're just still like, oh, well, we can't regulate. We can't tell people what to wear in school, but I can tell people what to wear when they're at home.
Well, that's just it. They have a pajama policy, this pajama policy is an extension of the district's pre-existing rules, which prevented students from wearing PJ pants to in-person classes. So,
if I was their lawyer, I'd be like, of which they're in none. They're not in person and they're not in classes.
I mean, I think it's stupid for them to, like, there was I saw one person, it wasn't even a story, it was just a tweet of how their younger sister got up from the computer to go get a glass of water, and the teacher yelled at her for getting up to get a glass of water. It's like, I'm in my own house. What the fuck is this bitch saying?
It's like making a bad situation worse,
Yeah.
They're just like, I still want to enforce this, whatever. Especially since they gave like whatever, like with my nephew, with his school, they were like, whatever you were at, like right when the thing started, like you're not going to get a worse grade.
Okay.
But he was at an A. So why in the hell would he do any more work?
I wouldn't.
I'm done.
It's like, I have a 92. I don't have to do anything the rest of the year.
I'm trying to convince him, saying, look, dude, there might be something in there that you might need to learn.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to know. And he's just like, I don't care. I'm 17. I don't give a damn. And I'm like, I can't fault him. I mean, there's a lot about raising a nephew that I just kind of go like, especially the kid 17. Like, they were getting on him about what he was listening to on YouTube or watching on YouTube. Like, my mom had a whole thing today with him. He was watching John Mulaney, and John Mulaney, who's not explicit at all, like, she's like, they was saying,
I thought you were gonna say he was listening to WAP.
Right. No, he's listening to John Mulaney, and she's like, my mom's like, I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. Why do I keep? It's just getting like fuzzy. What's happening?
It's probably because you're supporting the thin blue line with your lighting.
I suppose so. Well, I can go something else. There we go.
Don't steal my color.
Now it's a party.
Yeah, because
the bit he was listening. So I asked, because I was like, this is woken me up. Like, what is going on? And Ryan was like, he's listening to something. I go, what are you listening to? And he goes, John Mulaney. I'm like, John Mulaney isn't even explicit. I'm like, this is my job. I know this. I'm like, John doesn't do anything. And the bit that he was doing was when he's walking past the woman on the street, and all she says to him is, eat ass, suck dick, and sell drugs. And he's like, oh, and he's like, and that's shocking. And it's shocking for everyone to hear that. He goes, but you guys are in a group. I was alone, so just that whole story and everything like that. And I was just like, you can't. So, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Speaking of things not making any sense, the state of California has unknowingly declared that buffalo wings are not a meal.
Well, they're not. They're an appetizer.
How dare you? How dare you? I will not sit here and let you besmirch the good name of wings for a meal.
I mean,
you never gone to Buffalo Wild Wings and had I want 12 wings and that's my meal.
Yeah.
You never been to Hooters?
I totally have.
Okay, then fuck you.
I'm just trying to be devil's advocate. Where's my money?
No, you don't get the scholarship. No one's voted in your favor.
Nobody has voted yet.
Well, per the state of California, they put out some rules when it comes to, with the shutdown orders. The state's alcohol and beverage control announced a litany of items that are disqualifying as a meal, including snacks such as pretzels, nuts, popcorn, pickles, and chips. Food ordinarily served as appetizers or first courses such as cheese sticks, fried calamari, chicken wings, pizza bites, as opposed to pizza, and a bunch of other things.
I'm sorry, I just saw the title for this segment. It just made me laugh.
You what?
I just looked down and saw the title for the segment. It just made me laugh.
Buffalo wings. So yeah, just the state of California out here talking shit about chicken wings.
I'm probably gonna have chicken wings for dinner now.
It's that East Coast West Coast battle coming back to life.
Oh man,
this is what Tupac and Biggie died for Gavin Newsom to be out here going, Buffalo wings aren't shit. You gonna take that, New York? I wouldn't.
Especially Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. You hear about the homie out in Ogden, Utah, hooking up his friends, though?
No.
He's just out there. 33-year-old John Hughes, no relation.
No relation.
What? Was using the Walmart Photo Center in Utah to print some stuff out for his friends that couldn't have access to printers. He was identified on surveillance video.
Nobody knows the printer anymore
because of his notable tattoos. He was arrested almost a month after the printing occurred. And you figure, why are they chasing him after? He's used the photo center. He obviously paid for the pictures. What's going on? Well, he's facing one third-degree felony charge because he was printing out pornographic material to send to his friends in prison.
I don't understand people. I don't understand people. Have you ever heard of the Murder Museum? Did we ever go to the Murder Museum in California? Or did I? No, I went with Steven when I went. I went with Steven.
Yeah, I wouldn't go to a place called the Murder Museum.
Dude, it was macabre, but it's in Los Angeles. It's like kind of like it talks about the things like with the Manson family and all this other crap. And it's just very dark. It's very whatever. We're like, let's go. It's just, it was not my favorite thing. But the one that got me was they had all these, like, somehow they had gotten a hold of these photos that I guess someone they had murdered a bunch of people and they took a bunch of photos. But it was like, and I'm just like, I go, oh Jesus. And I kind of like laughed to myself. And like my buddy Jeff was with me and we're just kind of laughing. And the girl who's like, she had to be like 16 years old, looks at me and goes, what about any of this is funny? And I go, you're very young. I go, the idea that somebody took these to the store to get developed, which is how they got caught. Like, it's grotesque, it's terrible, but they're like, we're going to Walgreens and we'll get the film developed of our terrible fucking heinous crime. And then we're going to be really shocked when we're like, what? The police were on to us? I'm like, that just made me like, plus the whole place is uncomfortable. So, and I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. But just that whole, and then I had to explain this to a 16-year-old that back in the day, that's how film got developed, which made me definitely feel old.
It's like, yeah, you think having your nudes leak on Snapchat was a thing. Just wait till the creepy guy that works at the corner drugstore is like, this is going in the book.
This is going in the book. Keeping it and bringing it home.
Yeah, all the pictures that people used to take back in the day and have to go get developed, like someone just straight up looked at your nudes while they were making them for you.
Yeah. Have they ever had like policy on that? Like, obviously don't do that. But if like,
I mean, how would you track it?
Do they just go, we threw them away? We're not.
I mean, you could say whatever you want with it. Like, well, which one? The porn ones?
Yeah, like so someone taking like nude photos for their boyfriend or for
Oh
their
no, they still develop them.
and then
It's
they
like
were like, when they give them to you, like
it's like the only like everyone works behind like in the printing area, but there's like that old church lady that works the counter and goes, that'll be $4.95.
here you go.
And a lifetime in hell, you goddamn sinner. Yeah, he decided he wanted to print out these pictures so he could send it to the homies who were locked up. Wouldn't you know it, he was on probation for other crimes at the time of his arrest. Yikes.
No.
Yeah. Speaking of big old yikes.
We got another package from Ray.
Oh, what's in this one?
More porn. Yay!
Yay! Oh, did you put my Twizzlers in there too?
Nope.
Asshole. No, look at this picture. There's an asshole.
As well, I look at porn. He knows that about me.
All right. You like beer?
Not really.
You like fun names for beers?
I definitely do. Is this a plug for your contest?
No, it's not a plug for my contest. It's funny that you would mention that because I had forgotten about that. But while we're doing that, no, I'm not going to put that on there.
You do it.
No.
Yeah, why not? Use your panel. Just go. Be like, hey.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I could probably pull it up real quick. I gotta find it because I didn't. I legitimately wasn't gonna do this.
I know, but I'm saying you have a platform. You should utilize it.
All right,
there's 4 people listening. That's 4
people. All right. Well, I mean, check this out. If everyone wants to go to the Orange and Brew Facebook page, the post they posted yesterday. It's a naming contest for a beer. You can go ahead and vote SurveyMonkey for the name Substantial Leap. They use my Christian name.
They used your government name.
They use my dead name. That's who I am. But yeah, Orange and Brew Facebook page. There's 3 really bad, lame ass names, and then there's one cool one called Substantial Leap. You can go ahead and vote for that. That'd be amazing. Thanks. Anyway, back to the story.
There was no hops, skip, and a jump.
Nope. Anyway, Canada Brew. What?
Come on.
Yeah.
Polly. We need a hop, skip, and a jump at Skeleton Key Brewery.
So a Canada brewery is well, they had to issue an apology because they offended some Maori people. Okay. Hell's Basement Brewery in Alberta released its Huru Huru Pale Ale 2 years ago, thinking that it meant feather. What do you think it actually means in Maori?
In reality,
Maori, Maori. A TV personality, Te Hama Nikora, pointed out the actual interpretation. It meant pubic hair. So
I would not have guessed that.
For 2 years, they've been throwing off like, "Hey, come on down and drink a big old tall glass of pubic hair."
Ew.
Brewery's founder said the product is going to be rebranded, saying, "We acknowledge that we did not consider the commonplace use of the term huru huru as a reference to pubic hair, and that the consultation of the Maori representative would have been better than referring to online dictionaries." There is a
dictionary.
Huru huru.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look it up if you want to, but a leather store in New Zealand's also using the name Huru Huru. They intended it to mean
it's just about pubic hair.
They intended it to mean wool or feather or fur, but
it's not far.
I mean, if they're making merkins, maybe. And now we have another beer. Have you heard about this delicious beer from Oscar Blues? We've got mustard beer.
Ew.
Yeah, that's kind of the overall consensus of that name. But according to the person who tried it, it tastes like you're sipping on a hot dog and fruit salad at the same time.
No, that doesn't sound appealing. That's not.
What?
I don't think that'll be our soundbite, guys.
What are you talking about? That's
no, I'm sorry. Look,
it's a ringing endorsement. It tastes like two things that are delicious on their own that no one's ever thought to combine.
right, because they just the saying of it makes me want to like gag.
Think of the prophet Fred Durst. We're almost there. He had a chocolate starfish and a hot dog flavored water. We got hot dog flavored beer with fruit salad. We're almost there.
We're almost to Fred Durst.
Yeah.
Like, is that your goal?
It should be all of our goals.
How did you get this job?
I pray to the nookie.
The what?
The nookie.
The what?
The nookie.
Oh.
You know why?
No.
So you could take that cookie.
No. We've already given too much publicity to Fred Durst for the day.
It's 2020. He's gotten way.
Wearing his hat doesn't mean
that's not true. This is a Cubs hat. He wore a Yankees hat and it was red.
Yeah. Even worse.
His was used to cover up baldness. Mine's used to cover up a giant bump.
And baldness.
And well, yeah. We have yet another beer story because a anti-racist beer had to be pulled from the shelves because it looked a little racist.
The anti-racist beer?
Huh?
Wait, was it anti-racist or was it racist?
Yep.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the beer. I'm going to show you the beer real quick, and I'm going to let you be the judge of it. We got our anti-racist beer here. What? What's wrong with it?
It's horrible.
What are you talking about? Could you explain?
No, don't zoom.
Could you explain to people what's wrong with this beer?
Yeah.
What?
It's racist.
But how's it racist? How's it racist, Patrick?
It looks like it's like the official beer of Klan night at Wrigley Field.
Well, would you still think it's racist if it was served to a customer without his knowledge when they just were told about this beer and it's brought over to them?
Does the bottle come wrapped? Is that the bottle itself? Is it the graphic?
Think of a bottle of Worcestershire, and that's how it comes.
And nobody saw this in the meeting?
Oh, they did. But it's an anti-racist beer, Patrick.
But that's not.
What if I told you, like, hypothetically,
that's not anti-racist. That's literally that is the most racist beer I've ever seen.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The brewery said there's a description of the beer. They describe the beer is called Yellow Belly, and it looks like it's in a Klan outfit.
It should be called Hitler Brew.
They describe Yellow Belly a Yellow Belly as a person who is without courage, fortitude, or nerve, a coward. The description of the beer is, to us, one of the most cowardly deeds is to act anonymously, hiding behind a group, a signifying trait of institutionalized racism. And this beer is brewed to celebrate all things new, open-minded, and progressive.
But they're gonna buy that and be like, let's put this on the shelf in the fucking clubhouse or whatever they use.
Sure. But
doesn't this look like Pete? You know, it's like it's horrible.
I don't know what you're talking. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong?
I don't know. Don't zoom in on it. No. Don't. Okay. Well, that's terrible.
What isn't that zoomed around for you?
It's zoomed too much.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the biggest thing about it. You want to know how it got back in the news this time? Because it was first off, it's a $40 beer.
Trump served it at the last state dinner.
No, a little company called World of Beer. Go fuck yourself, World of Beer. This one location brought it out to a customer who just inquired about it. Didn't know anything about the beer, but they brought it over. Turns out the customer is a little bit on the not white side.
Oh my god!
And they were just brought a Klan beer and said, "Here, try this." What the fuck?
No, you don't understand. It's anti-racist.
No, sir. It's a Tibetan symbol of prayer. It's It's not racist. It's just a beer that looks like a Klans member. What are you talking about? How could it be mistaken? But it has led us to a nice little game.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it's called Real or Fake Beer Names. That's right. We got a list of 10 beer names, and given the fact that everyone likes to think they're super creative, nothing as creative as Substantial Leap. You can vote on the Orange and Brew Facebook page. Look for it there. I got a list of.
Now you've gone too far.
What's up?
Now
Oh,
you've gone too far.
no, I didn't do anything. What are you talking
You've
about?
taken a substantial leap forward.
You son of a bitch. So here's the thing. I got a list of some beer names here, and I want you to tell me if it is a real beer name or if it's something that my dumbass just came up with it. Are you ready?
Well, we already know how creative you can be, so go ahead.
How dare you?
Hot skipping a joke. Can I add? Can I go into the competition?
No.
Yep.
Real or fake? First beer, compression socks.
Compression socks?
Yeah, is that a real or fake beer?
Real. Oh, damn it.
Oh, look who's creative. Fooled your ass on the first try.
Is this because you bought compression socks?
No.
No, you just thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are beers with socks in the name.
Okay. You thought compression.
Okay, so now we have
Argyle Socks IPA.
Slippery When Wet.
That's real.
It is made from Heavy Metal Brewing Company, Vancouver, Washington. All right, next beer we have
Very creative.
Leg Humper.
See, this is where it gets difficult.
What?
Real.
Leg? You think that's real?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Yes.
From Sleepy Dog Brewing in Tempe, Arizona. We got a fun one. Get Out of My Swamp.
That's real.
No, you dumb idiot. Why would a quote from Shrek be real? Although I am going to make a beer called Get Out of My Swamp, so that way this will retroactively be correct.
Thank you.
All right, next beer we have Nunchuck.
I was right.
Nunchuck Ping Pong.
That's real.
Good job. It's from Kettlehead Brewing in Tilton, New Hampshire. Next one we have I Hate You, Ron.
Real. Yes.
From Sawdust City Brewing in Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada. Okay, here's one. What did you do, Ray?
Well, that's a quote from Ghostbusters.
What?
Yes.
No, it's
that
not.
is a quote from Ghostbusters.
Huh.
Yes, it is.
What?
When he goes to they are gonna say which way they're gonna die. He thinks it's Dave Moth Marshmallow Man, and he says, "What did you do, Ray?" So I'm gonna say that is fake.
It's a real beer. The full name of it.
With Swerve because the Shrek quote.
Mm-hmm. It's from Nepenthe Brewing in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Okay, we have another one here coming up. Ready? It's called Your Swimsuit Doesn't Lie.
Real.
Nope, I'm just super.
Came up with that one.
I guess I'm just super creative, and you're just a dumbass. We got another one for you. Ready?
How many have I got?
Two more.
How many have I gotten right?
Like 3.
That is not true. I only got 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, you got 4 right.
And how many are there? 10.
Yep.
I need this one.
You need this one.
500.
You ready for this one?
Ready.
Top Rope Elbow.
Real.
You idiot. Final one. You have a chance to go even. I made it even so that way you could possibly, an even number so you could possibly, go even with it. I didn't want you to walk away feeling like a loser. Like I wanted you to give you a chance, but I mean, you are pretty dumb. So, all right, let's try the last one. Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here.
It's a long name for a beer.
What? No, it's not.
It's
That's fine.
and it's from the Big Lebowski.
I made that up.
Real.
Yes!
Yes!
That is one of my favorite beers from Pipeworks.
The worst. Not the worst. Not
that
worst.
good though. So no, hell right. Anyway, on to the next story. What's the worst sandwich you've ever had?
Gosh, the worst sandwich I've ever had.
I'm
not a big fan of the muffaletta because I don't really like olives.
Okay.
But
and the only thing is it just because like you don't like the taste of it?
Yeah, I think so.
So the sandwich never wronged you?
I just didn't like it.
Okay. Well, there's a junior at the University of Georgia that hates a particular sandwich for what it did to her.
Is it peanut butter and jelly?
No, it's a meatball sandwich.
I don't know how that's possible.
Well, here's the thing. Sam Lee was taking an online exam for an economics class while eating this meatball sandwich. And as she was going through the test, a meatball fell out of the sandwich, hitting her keyboard, which exited the interview and caused her to fail with a 39.17%.
I get it.
So, I mean, you never got wronged by a sandwich, but I'm like, I've gotten like an upset stomach, but I've never failed a class because of it.
Yeah.
She was
my poor meatball.
She sent an email to her professor that took her, quote, 6 hours to write.
Oh my gosh.
Because how do you explain to a teacher in a way that doesn't sound crazy? Like, listen, I could totally pass this, but a meatball attacked my keyboard and that caused me to fail.
I could write that letter. You got your typewriter? You got it?
Hold on, let me get my letter going. Okay, ready.
Okay. And it was that she failed the class because of the meatball, and it was
the meatball.
It was a paper.
It was an exam.
An exam. And
yeah.
Typing.
Well, it was on her computer, so it fell and hit the keyboard, and then it accidentally exited her out of the test, which caused it to end.
Got it. Okay, I got it.
All right, ready?
To whom it may concern. On the day of the test, I had gone to Subway. It was a dark and stormy day, and there was plenty of moisture in the air. I had just a little bit. I had asked for extra sauce, but I had also asked for extra cheese to counteract the sauce and the slippageability. That moron Tom, who works there, who would never give me extra cheese, in fact, did not give me the extra cheese I had requested, thereby making the sandwich slippery. The meatball then fell out of the non-cheesed encasing and hit escape on my keyboard. I humbly request to retake the test, as I am now suing Subway for $1 million in damages. I hope this letter finds you well. P.S. Do you think I'm pretty? Check yes, no, or maybe. Sincerely, that student. You know the one. The one who failed because of a meatball. That's it.
Oh, that was a nice letter from Sam Lee.
If the cheese was on, it would have stuck to the side of the bread.
That you're assuming it's melted.
Hold it in.
You're assuming it's melted.
What do you mean?
You're assuming the cheese would be melted. You just put the cheese on there. What if it's not hot enough to melt it? It just warms up a tiny bit.
Well, then they screwed up there too.
Well, you know that's
why you get extra cheese, because extra cheese will melt and it'll hold it in.
I mean, you have to have them toasted.
Blame the meatball. Blame
the meatball fell. I'm against the meatball.
No, don't blame the meatball.
The meatball is the one that's at fault.
First off, the meatball took its chance to escape.
Okay, and great, and just ruined everyone's time. And now it's just gonna be thrown in the garbage, maybe grabbed haphazardly with like an old Kleenex that's probably got some stuff on it already.
But it gets to live
in trash.
Well, and then it goes to a landmine and lives an entire meatball life until it gets caught up by like a rat or something like that.
It gets
or maybe it befriends the rat.
There's no way that a rat can make friends with a meatball.
I'm just saying.
No. Tell me one.
This is a children's book idea. Write this down. Monty the Meatball and Petey the Rat. The Adventures of Monty the Meatball and Petey the Rat.
Okay.
I had escaped the terror that was the sandwich prison. That would have been my downfall. It was the best of sandwiches. It was the worst of sandwiches.
Oh, hang on. You're getting a call.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Patrick, this is your publisher speaking.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just finishing the first chapter.
No, okay. We realized what it is you're actually writing about, and realize that's so fucking stupid that we're gonna need your advance back.
An age tale.
We just don't like that bullshit
I would have loved to have grown up with a meatball like role model.
We understand that, but we can't have food being the hero anymore.
That's true.
Food is the enemy.
Oh, you'll be hearing from my attorney. I'm going to write that person a letter right now. Hold on. I got to go. To my attorney.
Well, now that we've thoroughly used the typewriter, I can keep it ready.
Right.
Oh, my God. You know what time it is, though, right? I don't know if you know what time it is.
Game time, Boo.
It's time for everyone to lower the volume on their speakers for 30 seconds! Goat news.
See, I didn't get the strobe effect done right.
Oh, see, well then it's your fault. If you're not ready for goat news, I even gave you the lead up to it.
I know. Next time I'll have it.
Ugh. Talk about I'm the one failing at the production value. You can't even get your lights to work correctly. No, it's way too late. I'm not playing it again. It's such an obnoxious song.
I
know. So there's some police in India had a run-in with a goat. You see, the thing is, this goat was out in public without a mask on.
What?
So you know what they did to this goat?
What?
They arrested him. Yeah, that's right.
Put up your hooves. What's your name? Billy. Well, sorry, William.
Yeah, that's fair. You got to get it right. Incident took place over the weekend, and the police picked it up and took the goat to the police station in a Jeep. The owner of the goat learned about that the police had taken it away, so he rushed to the police station to pick it up. After pleading with the cops, the cops finally let him take his goat back, but warned him to not allow the animal to roam on the road, especially without a mask.
William, William, are you here? William, William. Oh my gosh! What? You were in the road without a mask on? I don't care what Donald Trump says. You will wear a mask. You hear me, officers? I'm so sorry. I will take him. He knows better than this. Do not say that to the police officers. He doesn't mean it. He does not mean it. Oh, that ain't meant.
So the cops said that when they the reason they even took the goat in is because they found a child out with the goat, and the kid wasn't wearing a mask. Cool. And he just, once the cops tried to stop him, he just fucking booked it, left the goat behind. Which, I mean, it's kind of harsh, bro. Like, you're just gonna leave your goat behind?
Yeah,
That's
I
like
know.
your friend.
I mean, it's supposed to be your friend.
I hate it when goats don't wear masks in public.
Me too.
But we have more stupid animal news.
Oh, good.
As it turns out, I need to apologize to you for something because the National Park Service has come out and said that when you encounter a bear, you're not supposed to push your friend down to try to distract the bear to save yourself.
Told you.
So I'm sorry.
No,
I just thought that if you would just fall over, then I could get away.
I'm just saying I thought it was rude. Like I was able to run away too.
Right, but not as fast.
I think I was able to run as fast, and you
I don't know.
Here, eat him, and then ran, which is just rude. Because first of all, it's profiling the bear. He could have just had lunch.
Okay, but in my defense, I had a sweet chance to just push you over and run away.
That is a good defense.
Your Honor, in my defense, I could do it. Yeah, the National Park Service had to offer a few tips on what happens when you deal with bears, because a lot of people are out in parks now,
right?
And unfortunately, they're harassing the bears a little bit, saying they say don't climb a tree. Both grizzlies and black bears.
Bear harassing?
Okay, you know what? We're gonna.
Come on.
No. They say do not climb. Don't climb a tree.
I will not settle for this harassment.
Oh my god! I will mute you.
Do that.
I have that power. Saying don't climb a tree. The bears can climb trees. Don't push down a slower friend, even if you think the friendship has run its course. Stay calm.
Look, we had a good run.
Yeah. Not this run from the bear, but up until this point, great run. What's up?
It's like, well, we had a good run.
Yeah,
I'm gonna, murder you now.
Ooh, and now we have a fun little treat. I got some music playing underneath that I'm going to explain to you in a second.
Awesome.
You can hear that delightful, charming music playing underneath?
Yep.
Okay, good. Because right now we have this story of Spotify launching playlists and podcasts for dogs that are left at home alone.
Oh.
Yeah. They found that nearly 74% of UK pet owners play music for their animals when they're not home. They launched some soothing music, some dog-directed praise, some stories and messages of affirmation and reassurance narrated by actors to alleviate stress.
Or it's Morgan Freeman. Who's a good boy?
Who's the good boy?
You're a good boy.
You are. Spotify said in a survey, 1 in 4 pet owners play music for their pets to listen to for company when they're away from home, with 42% of owners saying their pets have a favorite type of music. So I thought, well...
But you're away from home. You don't know the dog. Like, unless the dog tells you when you got back, it's like, seriously, keep playing Jack Johnson. Because
have you heard Miles Davis?
Oh, my God. Before you could see you could tell when he got off the drugs, but at the very least.
Yeah, so this is when you go to the website for it to choose a playlist for your pet, you have the options to choose from iguana, cat, dog, bird, or hamster. Apparently, goldfish don't like music, according to Spotify. So when you're on this page, you can select your pet, and from there, you can tell us about its personality. Is it more relaxed? Is it more energetic?
Why wouldn't you go to hamster?
Because
I want to know about the hamsters.
Well, sorry. You can do that on your own.
No, come on.
These are screenshots, not an actual website.
Damn it, I wanted to see.
Well, hold on a second. So you can determine whether your dog is more on the shy side, more friendly, if it's more apathetic or curious. And then lastly, you got to name it and put a picture of your dog on the playlist. And then you can select, find out what the beautiful playlist is that for your dog. And the perfect playlist for Patrick the dog is... Oops, looks like something went wrong.
Oh, okay.
But in the meantime, they did make a playlist that my pet might enjoy. And for Patrick the dog, we have Bow Wow Reggae. So that is the playlist that's playing in the background for the rest of the episode.
So it's
Because
not like,
it's
actual singers.
it's not like Snoop Dogg and Lil
So
Bow Wow.
we went to base camp last night. They do the line dancing and stuff like that. So I went to go see Hooch and McCaffrey, and I ran into our old friend Caitlin, little Caitlin.
Oh my!
Yes, and she was there with her friend Megan, and apparently Megan lives in Four Lakes, and she has this dog, and she was very worried because it's a puppy, and she was very worried about the dog. And I just wanted to be like, you're clearly one of these girls that you just want to stay home now with your dog.
Oh yeah.
And now you felt like bad that you're like, oh, I should go out. Plus, it's at base camp. It's down the street, everything like that. But the entire time, I'm going to talk about my dog, who apparently had a cough, by the way.
Oh.
And I was like, well, just go get your dog,
Yeah.
or whatever. So she's like, oh, okay. Goes, gets the dog, brings it back. The dog did not cough once. But she's like,
Well,
yeah, I went back and he was barking. She was barking up a storm. And like, I was like, I even put a movie on for the dog. And it wasn't even like halfway over and the dog was barking. And I'm like, the dog isn't going to watch the movie. Like,
what are we talking about? Gangs of New York is a great piece of cinema.
yeah, you're going to be gone for a long time and be like, come back. And the dog's like, talking terribly about Irish people. But at the very least, and the worst was like, you got a puppy. And like this person goes, can I pet your dog? And she goes, no, he's got a cough.
What?
And I was like, what's funny because like my friend Jen goes, well, I get that. Like she doesn't want, like if the dog has something, like you bring it home to your dogs or whatever. I don't think that's it. I just don't think she wants anyone touching her dog. But I was like, who brings a puppy to hang out on like a patio scenario with a bar and then doesn't let you pet them?
Seriously, who bans it?
Would buy that beer for nostalgic purposes, like Nazis. Like that's terrible. That's terrible.
Like honestly, it's like right up there with people that would ban an emu from a bar in Queensland. What?
I think that's a segue.
What are you talking about? A pub in Queensland has to ban 2 emus, Kevin and Carol, because they were being unruly patrons. Kevin taught himself to climb up the stairs at the Uraka Hotel, a pub in the tiny township of Uraka in the state's central west. He then began rummaging through bins, stealing.
Like he's like, one day I'm reaching that bar. I'm just gonna have to buckle down. I'm gonna have to work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I believe in you, Kevin. You can totally do it.
It's like I'm just really upset about not being able to do it. It's got me really emotional.
So Kevin began rummaging through bins, stealing food, and stealing patrons' car keys. These exploits, along with the, shitting and pissing, were just everywhere.
Probably
got him banned from the bar.
Like first, he was stealing car keys. That we can overlook.
Right.
The shitting and the pissing, we have to draw the line.
They have a sign up with a rope that's saying emus have been banned from this establishment for bad behavior. Please let yourself in through the emu barrier and then reconnect it, please.
The emu barrier.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great name for a beer. Put that on the list. Emu barrier.
The pub owner Gary Gimlet says Kevin and Carol are the last 2 emus from a flock of 9.
Is Gimlet?
Yep, Gimlet.
He's going to be a bar owner at a very early age.
See, the other 7 emus that don't come to the bar, they all got hit by cars. So
yeah, they should have buckled down. They should have prepared, like Gary.
Speaking of preparing, you ever been to Australia?
Oh, terrible! No.
You see all the spiders?
Ew.
You ever look at the spiders and go, "Oh my god, what spider is that?" Well, now they have an app. Think of Spiders meets Shazam. It's called Critterpedia.
Nice.
It's a collaboration between creators Nick and Murray Scare. Their last name is Scare, and it's about spiders. Works for them. Australia's National Science.
See a picture of Chris Hemsworth taking like a giant fucking insect out of his house.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Nope. Ugh. They have spiders the size of your head there. It's like,
I know the twins talk about them from time to time, and I'm just like, you guys are lucky you're not getting eaten.
it's like, oh, you go out on the patio and you got to swat a volleyball of a spider away. Like, no, you could just stay inside in a different country. There's a machine learning engine designed to automatically identify different species of spiders and snakes. AI-powered algorithm requires hundreds of thousands of images to become accurate. So the companies behind it are hoping to get as many people as possible to download Critterpedia and upload pictures of spiders and snakes they might see in the wild.
Oh.
So they've created this app to warn you about dangerous spiders and snakes and saying, could you just go and take a bunch of pictures of dangerous spiders and snakes so we can warn, the next people that download our app, we can just keep them safe. So if you're...
That always bothered me too, because it's like, those people never get the thank you they deserve. Like, I was terrified by this gigantic spider. I'm going to warn the next people that come down this, But it's like, who walked down here before and didn't say, Oi, it's giant spider.
Oi, creepy crawly up on here, gonna bite your head off, it will. The one good thing about that people can take from this whole needing to wear masks thing, like you can be on your debate about it whichever way you want, but you know what? The TikTok teens, they are using it to their advantage by dressing up like grandmas and buying booze with their fake IDs.
Yep.
It is such a good idea, and I don't endorse it in any way, but oh my God, so smart.
Well, the liquor laws alone have freaking, they used to be like, you can't leave the premises with this, and they're like, well, you're gonna go out on a trip, going home. Would you like a 6-pack to go? It's just like.
There's one TikTok video that had over 1.5 million views. It depicts a blonde girl getting wrinkles drawn on with makeup, and then the video shows her using a walker in a parking lot, clutching a bottle of pink liquid, wearing a baggy sweater, wire-rimmed glasses, and a babushka headscarf. It took place in California. She tried to talk as little as possible, but she was a little croaky. And then she said her dress as an old lady. She wasn't even asked to show ID. Another one with over 2 million views shows a woman in a gray wig, glasses, and an old person Halloween costume mask. With a mask and gloves on, she seems to be just a regular old person. And then she returns with a bunch of alcohol, dancing with her friends while she rips off her mask. And then other ones, an old woman that started twerking when she got out of the store with all of her booze. Multiple bottles of wine. She's just out there twerking as a grandma. You can only imagine the clerk is just inside going, oh, I'm fucked.
That's the worst.
Speaking of people who are the worst, Karen.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Australia is trying to do something. Australia Domino's is trying to do something to take the Karen name back. Because they're saying that the name Karen has become synonymous with anyone who's entitled, selfish, and likes to complain. What used to be a lighthearted meme has become quite the insult of anyone actually named Karen, and that they want to take the name back. So at Domino's, they're all about bringing people together and want to celebrate all the great Karens out there by shouting them a free pizza. Domino's was offering just 100 Australians named Karen the chance to win a free pizza. All they had to do was upload a photo ID confirming the name is Karen and tell them in 250 words or less how you're one of the nice ones.
That's horrible. When I was in Kansas taking Preston back, it was like seeing like the birthplace of the Karen. Like,
oh no,
every woman.
Karen's
yeah. Every woman there was like some form of a Karen, and they all looked like they were on the way to talk to a manager. Like, they just had this scowl on their face. I'm like, you're in Kansas, like, You shouldn't be a little like because these some of the people I met were nice, but like each and I maybe it was because it was put to me that way that now I was just looking for it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, every like woman sitting there on the corner, just like I'll tell them who has to wear a mask. You know, it's just really, really, I don't know. So we know where they come from. It's Kansas.
It's enough to make you want to blow up the world.
No doubt.
Okay, maybe this time we won't. Because we got people like Chelsea Fair, a 10-year-old from Danbury, Connecticut, who is just
great. Am I right?
Huh? Yeah.
More like Chelsea Great.
More like Chelsea Great. Although her last name is Fair. Chelsea the Great Fair. She is a 10-year-old from Danbury, Connecticut, who has sent more than 1,500 children in homeless shelters and foster care homes art kits to help them do something uplifting when they're feeling down during this quarantine.
Nice.
And it's not even just during this quarantine. She's been doing this for a long time, but she's really making an emphasis to try to do it during this quarantine. The kits, which include markers, crayons, paper, coloring books, colored pencils, and gel pens, originally were just sent to schools and shelters across the country as part of the charity that's made in her name called Chelsea's Charity. It's an organization that's founded by Chelsea and her parents. Her mom said that since she was 7, she was begging her and her dad to start a charity. And she's 10 years old now. So she was very persistent, every couple of months asking. And then finally, when she turned 10, she asked again, and they decided, you know, let's just do this. She wants to do a charity. She wants to help other kids out. So let's go ahead and do it. On her birthday last year, she asked her party guests to donate art supplies instead of getting her birthday gifts. And then after the party, she used those donations to send out her first 40 art kits to a homeless shelter in New York. The family then set up an Amazon wish list full of art supplies, and that every time they get donations, they pack up these kits and they deliver to them. They would deliver them to kids in person. And in the first 5 months alone, they sent out nearly 1,000 kits to children in homeless shelters, foster care homes, women's shelters, and schools impacted by gun violence. So now they have to mail the kits. They used to go in person to hand these out, but now they are mailing the kits. And since March, when schools began to close, the family sent over 1,500 kits to schools, shelters, and foster homes in 12 states across the country. This is something that's really near and dear to her heart because when she was 8, she lost her swim teacher to gun violence. So it's something that's really near and dear to her heart, using art as a therapy way of getting out her emotions, and donating to kids that are in these shelters, victims of gun violence, and everything, that they can, you know, get some really help with their mental health. So she's went through it herself, and she's going right back and trying to help out other people that are in that situation.
Well, they should not have called it Chelsea's Charity, though. I would have liked. I think she should have called it Fairly Generous. No.
That's gonna do it for this week.
Where can they find us online?
Oh, well, you can find us. All of our social media stuff is right here. You can find us individually on Twitter at Hungry as a Bear. That's me. At at Patrick Newsom 42. That's Patrick, even though he doesn't tweet enough.
I know.
I don't know why. I mean, out here just telling you all the time to do it. And you're like, well, I'm going to post 17,000 things to Facebook a day, but I'm totally not going to post to Twitter because that's hard.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, you can follow the.
Okay, go ahead.
You can follow the podcast at Stupid's Tweeting. You can find us on our Facebook and YouTube pages by searching for Stupid's Talking Stupid. We broadcast these episodes live every week to those platforms. We also post interesting stories, any kind of conversation things, little updates to our Facebook page. You also find us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, any kind of app that does podcasting. Search for Stupid's Talking Stupid. And if you are using any particular app that has a rating feature, if you could rate and subscribe to the podcast, that'd be fantastic because it would really help us out. We can get the stupid out to more people to let everyone know there's stupid everywhere in the world.
Everywhere. Can you put like the private chat on the screen?
No.
Damn it.
Why?
I got a link that I want people to go to. Preston and I are doing the Countdown Improv Festival this weekend. We were supposed to be in Tampa Bay.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
You could post that on Stupid Talking Stupid Facebook page.
I'm going to do it right now.
You can do it right now.
Put it on the thing.
Yeah, and you can find everything podcast related at www.stupidtalkingstupid.com. We have a merch store. We have added a bunch of stuff to it. You could check. Here we go.
Here, do that. Put that
check
up.
This out. Here is our store. It's teespring.com. Stupid Talking Stupid store. We have stickers. We have shirts. We have this new design shirt that we just put up. It's pocket stupid, so that way you can carry our stupid faces with you everywhere you go. We got stupid on the go everywhere. We got leggings, we got t-shirts, we got muscle shirts, we got a fun little crew shirt. So if you want to be part of the Stupid Sucker Stupid crew, but you don't want to have a shirt that says Stupid's Talking Stupid on it, there is the link for our for Patrick's.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be Saturday at it's 6:00 Central Time. We were supposed to go to Tampa Bay this weekend. I should be eating a Cuban sandwich and a 1905 salad from my favorite restaurant, the Columbia, right now. But unfortunately, the planet is trying to murder us. So we do not get to be there. But Playtime with Patrick and Preston will be live through Zoom. You can check all that out and check out the schedule. And if you just want to watch some improv and stuff, it's a really cool festival. It's going to be our first ever Zoom festival.
All right. That'll do it for this week.
Yep. For Stupid Talking Stupid, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Bear.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.